have been waking up at 5 a.m. consistently for about 6 weeks. And I am a little shocked and surprised, but I would say if I had to like narrow it down to one thing, which is almost impossible, but like one thing that has helped me to be able to keep this habit up is not trying to do it perfectly, not trying to go all out. Got some bananas, some garlic, tortillas for morning breakfast sandwiches, dark chocolate almonds. I've really been into dark chocolate lately. Got some eggs, some squeezable apple like sauce type things. They're made for kids, but I eat them for breakfast. I got some dental chews. I haven't really tried these, so I'm gonna try these for like a snack while I'm working. I got this for granola recipes, almonds, pecans, pistachios, dark chocolate for my oatmeal, bouillon for cooking, pumpkin puree for a recipe, coconut oil for a recipe. Got some strawberries, got some onions, some potatoes, got some grapes, salad, some lactose-free milk. I just saw these impulse buy. They are toasted ravioli. It reminds me of Olive Garden. I don't know if they still have them, but I used to love it. I got some turkey and a safe meal. I saw this. I couldn't resist. Some apple smoked Gouda. I got some steak, because you know, iron. And I got some yogurt because I want to make some protein bagels and some kombucha. Got some more sourdough bread. Try these white cheddar puffs, sour cream and onions to go in my sandwiches. Number one, I have 2 alarms that go off in the morning. My very first alarm that I set was 5:55 because for me it was more important that I woke up at 5 o'clock. And I want to say about 2 or 3 weeks in, I started to set my alarm that sits by my desk for 4:55. And I told myself, you could try this out. You could wake up at 4:55, but you don't have to get up until 5:55. And that has helped me so much. I would say like the average week, I am like 2 to 3 days, I wake up at 4:55, I get up, no problem. About another 2 days, I will go back to sleep until that 5:55 alarm goes off, and then I'll get up. And then probably like 1 or 2 days a week on average, somehow I sleep through it or I don't get up, but I'm still waking up around 6:30 naturally on my own. I count that too as me being consistent. I used to in the past would be very rigid and being like, if I don't get up at 5 a.m. out the bed ready to go, then I fail. But that's not how real life goes. Like any habit that you have right now, you're not doing it the exact same way every single day. You know, some days has more energy than others. Some days you're on point more than others. And this line of thinking has really helped me to keep going. Like waking up now at 5 o'clock feels so natural that I'm questioning myself of like, why was it so hard before? Now I have hit some roadblocks. Like the other day, I did a little bit too much. I got up at 4:55 and I just went straight to work. I thought I was working for 3 hours. Turned out I was working for almost 6 hours. And then I did a workout and my body said shut down and I had to take a nap. And I'm grateful that I have the flexibility to take the nap. But what that taught me was maybe we ease back into this. Because one of the biggest reasons why I even started wanting to wake up at 5 a.m. is that I wanted to get a lot done during the day, but I also wanted to scroll. Like I didn't want to give up my scrolling time. And I had reasoned with myself that, well, to do both, you have to wake up a couple of hours early. And so for me, waking up at 5 was so that I could scroll TikTok truthfully for 2 hours and then still get my day started by 7 and still get a lot done. I am someone who works better in the wee hours of the morning. I figured that out while I was in school, especially when I was in my PhD program, that I learned that if I woke up early and I wrote, that my brain was able to focus. Now, I'm not going to talk to nobody and I'm not ready to be social, but to my best thinking and my best execution time is in the morning before 12 o'clock. So that is why I started. But doing this for 6 weeks now, has taught me, yes, I still get a lot done in the morning, but I really enjoy, like, I can't express to you how much I enjoy knowing that my morning was productive and I still have a whole day left to do whatever I need to do. So I've been more on top of my cleaning. I've been more on top of taking care of myself, or things I would have just let fall by the wayside because I ran out of time or I ran out of energy and just in general didn't feel like it. So I am going to keep up this habit as the time changes. I am curious to see if that has any impact on me being able to wake up, but I am just really excited, y'all. And I would say waking up at 5 has really taught me slowness and easing through my day and not having to rush from task to task. Like, that used to be my life, just constantly rushing from one thing to the next because I was just trying to make it all fit. And I don't have to do that now. I get to just wake up and ease from one task to the next, and it helps me to want to do it again the next day, which is overall helping my consistency. So I hope that helps you. Whether you're something you've been thinking about as a goal is to wake up at 5 a.m., or maybe you want to work out, or maybe you want to start reading more, I would say the biggest piece of advice is to ease into it. And I didn't start off by saying, oh, I'm going to wake up at 5 and jump into work. No, that's what I love doing now. In the beginning, it was, I'm going to wake up at 5 o'clock and I'm going to sit on this couch and scroll, or I'm going to turn my lights on in my bedroom and stay in my bed for 2 or 3 hours. Some people might think that's wild, but I have found that in order to adopt a new habit and to make it stick, it's better to ease into the habit. Like, I didn't need to wake up at 5 and go work and then work out and do other things. No, I needed to first work on the habit of waking up at 5, and then I could add more things to it. And so now 6 weeks later, in general, what I do is the alarm goes off and I like to immediately go to work. So I don't think too much about it. And I'm just like, while my brain is as fresh as it can be, let me do the work. Because I do a lot of working in terms of creating content, like creating curriculum, creating podcasts, creating social media content. And that takes a lot of energy. So I'd rather have my brain when it's fresh. And then afterwards, go do a workout and then do whatever else I need to do for the rest of the day, which is client calls or calling family or cleaning up or whatever else I need to do. Whereas before I just had to wake up immediately and go rush into my day. So thank y'all for being here and watching me go through this journey. I'm so excited. I'm even posting regularly on YouTube. So this is how I know that this is working and it's beneficial. And of course, I have my next set of goals and habits that I want to adopt, but I just cannot express how much just taking it slowly has helped. I have 15 minutes to get up and get ready for this workshop, but I feel like crap. But this is the reality of being your own boss. I'm the only one who could do this. I am the only one who could show up to this call. Y'all, I'm so tired. I'm about to come on my period, and all I want to do is lay in this bed and scroll TikTok. But every month I have a retreat for my dissertation clients, and I love it. I do. This me wanting to be in the bed is nothing about them or the business. I just am tired. Okay, so I got 10 minutes to look like a different human who has their life together. This is the reality. I'm gonna take you along with me. This is day 2 of a 2-day retreat. So this happens usually the 4th weekend of every month. And this is like a final push for them to get some writing done. And I am there like answering questions, like in the trenches with them, helping them figure out what to say, how to say it, how to keep going. If you ever tried to write anything like a book, then you know that you hit a wall and you don't know how to get over it. And people are surprised when they find out what I do. They think it's only applies to doctoral students. No, if you are working on something that takes a long time to do, like writing a book, you lose momentum. You forget why you're doing it. You don't even know whose idea it is. So when you have someone who understands the process, who can not only help you with the logistics, but also helps you get over the hump, that motivation hump, it's magic. And one of the reasons why I am so good at it is because of moments like this where I just want to I don't want to get out the bed, but I have tools to get myself to do it. So And one of them is you need a reward. So I am thinking about what I'm going to cook myself tonight because that is enough motivation. I love cooking as a creative outlet, and knowing that it's going to taste exactly how I want it to helps me. So let me get up because I'm over here talking to you like I didn't just say I had 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, if you knew what this was sitting on, you would be like, nah, girl, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay, I'm supposed to take my hair out. I don't have it. I don't have it. This is called How Can You Look Decent on the Zoom Camera? Because, let's say thank you to Zoom. It's so forgiving. I've been using this. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going back to my milk. I don't know what's happening here, but I'm running out. So how did I start? I think I want to go back to 2011. I was going through a divorce. I was married very young. I was going through a divorce, and I just started finding all of these people who were building these like wellness companies online. I was really in my personal development bag because I was trying to figure out what to do after a divorce. And I don't know, I just started following all these people, and I'd be like, oh, it's so cool. And then probably after a few months of that, like 2012, I was big into meditating. So I just kept having these visions that I was gonna have my own company and be on stages, but I thought that was crazy because nobody I knew was doing that, and the internet was still so young. Social media I think Instagram just came out, so it wasn't what it is today. And I just kept learning. By 2013, I invested in my first business course, and I was like, I have no idea, but I know how to follow steps. And it was also my first year in the PhD program. It was probably too much to take, but I was just terrified of showing up online, and I was doing everything but showing up and whatever. I also didn't have a solid business idea. Fast forward to 2015, I started being like, oh, I am going to help women, self-awareness, heal from toxicity. I don't really know. It wasn't really clear, but I was working really hard and showing up, and finally was able to post a little bit, and it was not taking off. Nobody was paying attention. The content didn't suck because I still use some of those now. I didn't know how to present it. I didn't understand presenting things online. And again, it was so new. And I would start and I would stop and start and stop. So I did that for about a year, and my business coach at the time was like, girl, this isn't working. Or I was complaining it wasn't working and I needed to switch. And she was like, what about like sister circles? So you're doing that for your research, right? You can have a business of sister circles. And I was like, what, girl? That's what people do. That's what people do. And so I started exploring it, but then that led me to be like, why don't I just host a workshop on how to do qualitative research, which is the type of research I was doing. And people started being interested in that. And I was like, oh, I could be a dissertation coach. I understand how to write dissertations. I'm doing mine at a record speed right now. And so I started creating content for that. And because I felt more confident in the content I was talking about, like I wasn't second guessing like I was before, I just kept going. And by the end of 2017, I had my first 2 to 3 dissertation clients. And I was off, and I just was like, I'm gonna put out 1 blog post a week, and then that turned into a podcast. And then now, 8 years later, I've helped thousands of people, hundreds that I have records of like helping them be doctor, but thinking about how the platforms have changed. Thinking about how the platforms have changed, I have helped so many people. So now I'm getting ready to make another shift. I've been dabbling in astrology for the past 5 years, and I've had a lot of readings and clients, but again, old habits die hard, scared, being like, imposter syndrome. But the more that I'm a more seasoned business owner, right? I have a business under my belt. And so I know what to look for. Y'all, this is all I got. I look like a ghost, but since I'm a more seasoned business owner, I know what to look for, and I know that this is just me being in my head. So I'm excited to see where this goes and how things shift for me. But that's how I got started, either way, as a dissertation coach. And I'm grateful that I have a reason not to rot in bed on a Sunday and go help people do something that scares them, as I also do something that scares me. Okay, let me go. This camera is not straight, but listen, if you knew what you were sitting on, right, you would understand. Okay, because I'm not taking my hair out, even though I said I was gonna put the scarf on. I've had this scarf for so long. I got it for $5 at Walmart, and it's probably, maybe it was $10. Either way, it's been my favorite purchase. I probably did this in 2016, and I just love it. I love this scarf. Like, I haven't been able to find another one like it, and it's just one of my favorite accessories. I'm sure other people are like, girl, stop wearing this thing, but I am someone that once I like something, it's hard to part with it, which is why it's been so hard to think about doing anything else but dissertation coaching, because I'm like, oh, I just remember the days where I was just wanting something to work. I just wanted to sign my first client, and now you want to change it? But it's time to change. It's time to expand. So we meet on Zoom. I think I said that. You would think like people wouldn't care, but hello, good morning. Oh, we sound like we are in good spirits. Hi, Noreen. Hi, Carrie. How did your potluck go?
Today.
Oh, it's today. I don't know why I thought it was yesterday. Are you excited?
No. Feel like it's rushing me on my Sunday, because it's like normally I cook on Sunday and just chill. But
yeah.
But I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Listen, I feel like a potlucks is like for an introvert. It's like, why? Whose idea is this? Why y'all think this is good?
My cousin, it's her idea. So now I feel like, because her daughter was chatting on Signal, and I got a cake. I just decided that's what I'm gonna get.
Okay.
And then her daughter is making a cake. I'm like, okay, I'm not going back to the store. Because if I go back, I'm not going. So I'm like,
y'all better take this cake and be happy. Okay, that's all I got. Listen, that's me. I'm like, let me go get some cookies. Cake. Like, you can't go wrong, but you can't have too many desserts.
It feels like, okay. Like, can a 9-year-old make a cake? I don't know.
Yes.
I'm letting go.
Yes, you know, it might not be good, but as someone who was ride or die for their easy bake oven, listen, you're gonna eat this cake and you're gonna be happy.
As somebody who's brought home baked goods from students for many, many years, my family affectionately asks me if this is something that also contains boogers and butt scratches.
Oh.
It might.
I love it. The accuracy, because it could.
It could.
Because you never know.
Yes, I just got done watching his TikTok. This father was saying that his son went into the restroom, found a urinal cake, and took a big bite out of it, and came back to him. They were like, so we go home because we're freaking out, so we go Google poison control and all it is. And their second son was like, I don't know, running around screaming, but the baby who ate the cake had diarrhea, of course, because, you know. And it's like, took the pamper off and just going around the house, just spraying it around the house. And they were like, so if you need birth control for today, there you have it. And I said, little people, they're curious. You just gotta keep them alive long enough, you know, for that to like manifest. Because I don't know. So Kara, I'm sure you have so many stories you could share with us, but how do you describe the thing that's in the urinal? So like for those,
it's like a little deodorizer.
Yes.
And it dissolves over time because of what comes into contact with it. But I think it has like a,
yes,
maybe a minty sort of smell.
Yeah. So
and maybe it looks like,
I guess because, you know, they come in different colors. And sometimes they have faces on them. Like sometimes people use them for marketing. So I could get it if I'm like 3 or 4. That perfectly sounds like a good idea to see what this thing is that everybody is like aiming for as they urinate and trying to figure out what it's made of, you know?
I could see one of my boys doing that. I could see that being on the table, like, hey, in the middle of dinner, yeah.
On that note then, how are y'all doing? What are your numbers? I forgot to do this yesterday. How is your numbers? Okay, I failed as a vlogger today. I forgot to show you the retreat. It was good. We got to work. People were able to write pages. I was able to get some content out and coach a few people. It was a good day. I just forgot to show y'all. My bad. Listen, I was just trying to get myself together to do it. I'm back in the bed. Yes. I have one more thing to do today. I have an astrology reading at 7. It's a longer reading, but that'll be fun. And then I'm going to sleep. I still need to edit tomorrow's vlog. It's like 50-60% of the way there. But listen, this bed right now is so comfortable that I just don't think I'm gonna get up, you know? I got on gray today, and anytime you have on gray, it means you're comfortable. I cannot believe I created this life for myself. on so many levels. I'm getting more and more people signing up for the astrology workshop. That's exciting. This week I'm gonna finalize that. I like to do 2 full written drafts of the entire workshop, and then I like to practice it, and then I make slides, I practice. I redo the slides after the practice. It just helps me to feel prepared. And by that point, it's like so second nature that I could just really focus on the people who are coming, because that's the part I like, connecting with people and helping them not only learn astrology, but get clarity. Like when you feel like you know you need to make a decision, but you don't know if what you're thinking is right, it's just helpful to have a tool. And I use astrology as a tool for decision making. So I'm so excited for that on Sunday. November is coming. Also Sunday, time goes back. So that'll be interesting. It'll be a test of my 5 o'clock habit of waking up. I might just end up becoming a 4 a.m. girly. Who knows? But I am excited for what's to come. I'm excited for the ideas I have. And I'm just so grateful to my past self who took a chance to do this online business thing, because I just knew it wasn't going to work. And it has worked for all these years. That is amazing. Okay, let me take a break. I'm going to talk to y'all when I'm not in this bed, but I hope you are enjoying this vlog so far. Hello.
Girl.
Hello.
Hi, y'all. How are y'all? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just put in the chat, just because this conversation may go 50 million ways. And so you can review that later. It's just more details about your chart, what certain things mean, what's coming up for you for the year, for the next 3 months, and the next 30 days.
Okay.
And it's probably something you'll want to read and refer back to.
Okay.
Yes. So is there anything that is top of mind for you? Go back to whatever was coming up, and this is more like internally over the summer, like around your birthday. However, tap into like that deep, I want to say aggression, frustration, anger that you had towards clients. Like, let's just put, it shouldn't be that way. They're lovely people on the shelf for a minute. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about internally how you feel. To go back there, because you had your answer, whatever that is, but it sounds too crazy. I don't know what other word to say. Like because I know your chart, because you have so much Virgo, you are like, I need every detail to line up. It definitely needs to make sense for the money, especially if I'm going to give X amount of time or X amount of energy. And you've been so focused on those details that the answer is so obvious, it's so simple, but you don't like it. And the answer is, I have a hunch that if you are not already in this place, by the time we get into December, you will end as many client contracts as you can and try to find your way out of others, probably early before, if there is a contractual agreement. And the answer is, you have to be in front of the camera instead of being behind the camera. And I get the sense that it's like you, like, I get it. I get the response. I see how people like it when I do. It probably just feels like it's too much, too uncomfortable. And that goes all the way back to early childhood. And if you are not having a lot of flashbacks, which I would think you are, the reason for that is not to traumatize you as much as it is to show you that you've been perfecting the skills to be in front of the camera. And the reasons why you needed to be behind it was so that you can learn that, so you can know exactly what you want, how you want to be shot, because now is the time for you to be in front and be able to give like laser detail instructions of, this is the lens I want you to use, these are the shots, this is like all the things in the background while you are in front of it. Let me just pause and just see any reaction to that.